Hello YouTube, thank you so much for tuning back in today, and today's main topic is going to be influencers or quote-unquote influencers who have a less than average count of brain cells right up in their big ol' noggin. Today's topic, unfortunately, is going to be covering this influencer called babybangsgirl. Pretty much, she had a pretty bad opinion on Men's Mental Health Month. Now, Men's Mental Health Month and Women's Pride Month or LGBTQ Pride Month now just happen to coincide on the same month. Two things could coexist at the same time, and that's perfectly fine. But for some reason, people like to claim ownership and stake their plot in the land as if they're fighting for their rights and freedom and all this type of stuff. Men's Mental Health Month is a stigma that surrounds men that they don't feel the need, or they can't feel like they can open up to people. They can't feel like they can talk about their issues. And due to that, it leads to a significant higher suicide rate in men rather than women. Now, this is something I could really sympathize for, and I'm sure if you're a man or you have a man in your life as a woman, you could see the way that they're affected by having the inability to speak out about their emotions, not feeling like they have anyone to talk to, because sometimes you don't have a significant other, you don't have a family really to lean on to, so you don't really have anyone, so you're stuck with these thoughts, right? You can't really do anything with it, and it's just an immense burden that's placed on your shoulders. It's horrible. It's a horrible feeling. No one should be feeling like this, and I encourage you wholesomely, if you have thoughts about suicide, if you're not feeling well, if you feel like you're doing poor mentally, reach out and talk to somebody. You're not alone. You're not going through this alone. So many people have gone through that feeling of just feeling helpless, by themselves, not able to speak out about their feelings or emotions, and just feeling like they're the only one in the entire world going through it. I promise you, you're not. I know how cliche this sounds, but this is just a topic I want to burn into everyone's head because it is important. It carries a significant amount of weight in my life, like me personally as a man, and seeing family members and close friends that it has affected. That being said, I'm sorry about the sadder talk, but right now we're going to get back into the video. I know this tone is usually different from a lot of my other videos. I just want to immensely impart that knowledge into you guys, which I know you're probably very knowledgeable of. I just want you to know, because it is important. You do matter. That's going to be that part. Last year, we had a similar run-in with a different quote-unquote influencer posting a video about taking a silence on men's mental health, and she was just being loud and belligerent as fuck. I'll clip that and post it right here. You guys see the bats in the bottom right hand, top left hand. That creator in fact did not make this. They made the edit talking about the statistics of how many men die per year, per month, and per week. I do feel like it's a pretty strong edit of showing you the amount of people that are dying at this rate because of this. And also, too, I wanted to cover how brain dead she is for making that video. Like, it seriously is just free for you to not chirp up and speak up about stuff like that. And in general, no one's out here, at least no men that I know are out here just being misogynistic and hating on women for free and telling them that, like, I don't know, like, we don't give a fuck pretty much. Because, like, that's all that video is saying. Saying it's time to take a silence while I'm be loud as fuck. Alright? So that was 2025. Now in 2026, we have a different creator who decided to make a similar boneheaded decision. Let's watch this.
Yeah, but don't forget it's mental health, it's Men Mental Health Month. Right? No, it's Men Mental Health Month. What do you mean? It's Men Mental Health Month. I'm man, I deserve attention. I'm man. I'm good, man. I'm one of the good.
As disheartening as this video is to see, and I was honestly appalled when I had seen some bullshit like this come across my For You page, and just seeing how disregarding people could be about the situation. It's almost even more disheartening when you check the comment section and see her audience and the echo chamber that this creator is living in. We're gonna go through a few right now, as a matter of fact. This one says, "They flaming you, but you're right." Ah, this is another pea-brained intellectual, obviously. This is the video that people are getting getting mad over? What? Oh yeah, because this definitely couldn't have been misinterpreted and made worse because the creator's arrogance and her not admitting to fault. Mind you, they have like 2 months. It's almost as if a simple Google search would disprove that. Even if you didn't care for the AI Google overview, which obviously does state that it is June, maybe you'll care about the National Alliance on Mental Illness itself, which does clearly state that Men's Mental Health Month is June. Crazy. Google's a tool, I know. It's almost like some of you should stop using the internet to start shitposting and maybe use the internet to fucking learn something sometime, but I don't know, maybe that's pushing it too far. Try to care challenge impossible. Oh, and look who it is in the comments section, the creator itself. The queen has spoken. It's almost like if you just showed some humility and said, you know what, I was wrong, it was a stupid video, I shouldn't have posted that, maybe it would have gotten you farther, but who knows. We got another pea-brained individual, like nobody gives a fuck. Nice, fool. That's a great community. Now, there's so many of these comments that I'm literally just gonna start posting them up like 4 or 5 at a time, but I'd like to go over the ones that are a little bit more serious and talk about people and the victims who were affected by this month. We have Maria saying, my brother would have been 18 this year. Sorry. That doesn't seem like a man's name either, you know, it's weird because apparently all men want attention from this month. We got another one. My brother would have been 15 today. Very sorry for your loss. My best friend would have been 21 this year, by the way. Damn. It's horrible to hear. The more and more you go down here, too, you realize the younger people are getting. My brother was 13. This does not make anything better. Sorry for your loss again. It's horrible. Now, do you think when people tell her how disrespectful this is, she's gonna get some humility and lose her ego and go, you know what? It was a shit take. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said it? Of course not. This person said this is so disrespectful. She said, thank God. Now to get into some of the lighthearted comments, we got how to tell if somebody's single. You're right, sausage. I pity the person who eventually, or even and or before, maybe now, is with this person. But seriously, what are you doing? We have people comparing her to the baby bell cow. Because if you're not going to give a fuck about how other people feel, why should they care about how you feel? Now, if you want to go look at her page, there's probably a sea of videos after the fact because she got such horrible backlash after this initial video came out. We're probably just going to look at a few of them today because I do not want to give her any more of my time and attention than I already have to.
I don't know why this is like an unpopular opinion, but sometimes you do need to use your words. Sometimes you do owe people an explanation for your actions. If you can't use your words and communicate, then you're childish. And
this isn't the most ironic thing ever, considering you very much so definitely used a lot of your words in the first video, right? Definitely weren't being childish.
And you'll never grow into a better person. Being uncomfortable is a part of growth. Having uncomfortable conversations is how you are going to grow and change into a better person. Understanding that not everything you do is correct. And
I think when you look at this video and look at her next videos that she follows up and makes, you're going to realize that this aged like fucking milk that went bad 6 months ago.
taking that on and learning from that and changing from that is the right thing to do majority of the time. I don't know why that's such a crazy thing to say. I think it's really dumb and stupid to be like, you don't owe people an explanation for anything. I had that mindset when I was like 16, 17. Like, majority of the time you do owe people explanations for how you act. Lack of communication makes you look dumb.
Oh, does it? Just like the 5 buzzwords you dropped off in your first video to piss everyone off? Oh no, it's the repercussions of my actions. Oh no, what am I gonna do?
The lack of communication isn't going to fix anything. Being uncomfortable and challenging yourself will. Like, why do people still have the childish mindset and not a growth mindset? Didn't we learn about growth mindset in like first grade?
I don't know about you, bimbo, but in first grade, I was learning basic math, maybe some multiplication, and on a good day, some division. That growth mindset was not involved in any of that.
Guys, you might see babybangsgirl on your For You page with her words being purposely misinterpreted again. Yes, hey, it's me.
Brother, what was misinterpreted? They're your words spoken out of your mouth. What exactly was misconstrued and misinterpreted? It's literally on your account. I don't know. It's like somebody can only be so stupid before you just think this has got to be rage bait. There's no shot.
D1 athlete and people misinterpreting my words to cancel me. Yeah.
Oh no, people want to cancel me. Bro, the video's on your account, unclipped and unedited. And once you got all that backlash, you took it down only to repost it because you're reaffirmed by fucking lunatics on the internet.
This is the insanely disrespectful video I made mocking Men's Mental Health Month, when the point of this video was just to point out how men love to bring up Men's Mental Health Month. Mind you, they wouldn't bring it up if it wasn't in the same month as Pride, and they didn't have an oppressed community to oppress.
Listen, sweetheart, I hate to pull this over on you, but men have been killing themselves a lot longer than Pride Month has been going on, alright? So if we're gonna go bar for bar and death for death, I think we got one up on you. We have been dying for years now, and to act like, oh, you guys just care right now because you hate gay people. What are you talking about, dude? Again, oh no, I have to suffer the repercussions of my actions. Oh no, what am I gonna do?
To take away from the fact that it is the month of the LGBTQ. I'm getting doxxed, very...
False, by the way. It is both of our months. Thank you so much for the misinformation, though. I appreciate it.
Very credible doxes and very credible threats, which absolutely proves my point. My point in the sense that men weaponize their mental health to oppress communities in the same way that they are oppressing me.
So, doxing and threatening people over a stupid-ass TikTok video should, under no circumstances, be the instance of what you're going through, right? No one should have to go through that. I don't feel sympathy for you because at the same time, you should have made this fucking stupid-ass video, and again, maybe some lunatics on the internet wouldn't have gone so mad at the video that they're doing shit like that, right? But at the same time, are you not going to realize the cause and effect of how you got here? X wouldn't equal Y if you didn't do X, right? You wouldn't be at this point if you had pissed people off by making your dumb shit ass take. And again, if you had just retaken it back and said, you know what? It was bad. I'm sorry. It was a stupid take. I did it in haste. I thought it was funny. It wasn't a good idea. I bet you wouldn't be getting half the backlash you're getting right now. But it's like, are you seriously about to wonder why? Is this even a question? And what do you mean by credible doxes and credible threats? Do you have the FBI and NSA and CIA tapping in to investigate all these leads so they know that everyone's about to come to your house and do some crazy stupid shit? No, it's the fucking internet, obviously. It comes with the actual field and territory you're on. You know there's gonna be fucking lunatics on here, so don't act like you don't know or you wouldn't know like this is gonna happen.
By threatening violence against me. I liked a couple of comments that were dark humor, and I made a couple comments that were dark humor.
Oh, so I guess people threatening to kill you and go to your house and do some crazy shit is just dark humor, right? No, it's sadistic, bozo, bum behavior that you're also making on the internet. You don't need to be instigating the situation, yet however you are.
In the same way that men make constant jokes, dark humor jokes against women and oppressed communities, such as like people of color, women, LGBTQ, etc., etc. When's the last...
By the way, brother, give me one time. Name one time. Name 5 books. Name one time where men have made... It's okay for them to make self-deprecating jokes. It's jokes at their own expense. That's what self-deprecating is. It's joking about their poor mental state, and that's alright. You can make those jokes about yourself. But if you're going to give these core examples and then be like, all men make jokes about LGBTQ, all men are racist, all men are this, all men are that, you instantly lose your argument. There's no doubt about it.
Last time you heard a man say a racist or a grape joke or a violence against women joke or violence against people of color joke or...
Cannot honestly remember the last time I heard somebody joking about talking about rape. Or I can't remember the last time I heard somebody being like, yeah, you know what? I want to beat up some minorities today. Let's go do that, guys. I think this is a self-report. The calls are coming from inside of the house. Who the fuck are you hanging around? They're making jokes like that.
Or violence against LGBTQ joke, and you laughed because you thought it was funny. Right. That's called the patriarchy that men set up, in the same way that the patriarchy says that therapy and mental health and...
Yeah, the patriarchy that men set up just caused them all to be racist and all to hate gay, the LGBTQ community, everyone. It's just all men's fault. Every issue in my life, a man's fault. My Starbucks didn't get made the right way today. It is also a man's fault. I stubbed my toe. That is also a man's fault. Accountability, nowhere to be seen.
Sharing emotions and crying is a sign of weakness, which is why women are seen as weak. Actually, the most...
Brother, I don't know who is thinking these things. I don't know what type of incels you're talking to. I don't know what type of fucking disorientated men you're talking to. I don't know what type of bums you're talking to. But I can't think of anyone in my immediate life that just started dissing on women, just being like, you know what? They're so fucking weak mentally. Ugh! Did you see her cry? She can't be my wife. That's it. That was the defining factor. I saw some tears come out of her eyes. She shed a fraction of emotion. That's it. I'm sorry. We got to break it off. Now, unlike you and the dumbass points you're making in this video, I'm willing to concede that there are probably a small population of men that do think like that, but at the same time, you gotta take the weight of the opinion with the person who's making it, and if they're just doing some dog shit stuff like that, or having some dog shit takes like that, goes in one ear and out the other, and just tell them that they're wrong and walk away. That's the beauty of real life, you know? You don't have to engage with these people. If you don't like them, you could just part your ways and go different ways and not listen to them.
The most manly thing you can do is reject the patriarchy and reject that idea that you need to be manly and tough and resort to violence when your feelings are hurt. The most manly thing you can do is be emotional. Talk to a therapist. Talk to your friends.
I might get domestic. It's not because of my emotions, but it's just hearing out of the dumbass shit that you're saying right now, dude. What the fuck are you even saying?
Cry. Share your emotions. People make jokes like this all the time. I don't know why I'm getting so much flack and hate for it. I don't regret what I said because it was a joke. And if you can't take a joke...
Again, accountability, it's never been introduced to this person's life. It's not in the room with us. It's not in the same universe as us. It's not even in the same multiverse as us. There's no accountability here, all right? If you were expecting for somebody to own up for their actions and apologize, it's definitely not going to happen. We definitely just got... Out of the 5 different endings, we got the worst ending right now.
Joke. Why are you giving out jokes? Anyways, men always need to find a way to center themselves, even when it's not about themselves, because men are not oppressed. There's not a single country where men are oppressed. When's the last time a woman was a president in America? And in other countries, you can literally get killed.
I don't think this woman's heard of slavery. Talking about men or women or even both parties could definitely be oppressed. There are instances in which men dominate other men and they aren't able to get up the social hierarchy or ladder because of it, all right? Have you heard of feudal China? Have you heard of the Jim Crow era? Because, I don't know, I think minorities could definitely be men as well. I don't think they're only women, but... Pardon me, I don't know. I'm a man, so what do I know? I'm just fucking stupid. Again, Japanese internment camps in the U.S., men were also part of that and also got victimized. You know, the Holocaust, a bunch of Jews got killed in that, you know, and also got victimized. But, you know, none of them could have been men, right? I think they're pretty sure the history book said they were all women.
For being LGBTQ or a woman if you step out of line. I'm sorry, like, you couldn't take the dark humor jokes that you literally spew out every single day. I'm sorry for generalizing men, but the way that majority of the men are acting to this makes perfect sense as to why majority of women generalize men, because it is guilty until proven innocent.
Ah, so by this logic, it's guilty until proven innocent. So should all men treat women like they're gold diggers? Should all men treat women like they make false essay accusations on men just to kind of get away with it and get some sort of monetary value? No, obviously not, because people are speaking out about their experiences. Real victims should be heard, right? We're not going to discredit everyone just because of a few bad apples, and that's your fucking problem, right?
In this day and age. Anyways, there's really no need to dox me, threaten my life, threaten my friends and family over such a small joke on the internet that hundreds of other people make every...
Again, I thought the doxes were jokes. I thought the credible threats were jokes. How do you know they're actually credible and real? I mean, the people could have been joking. There's no need to get all worried up and all angsty just because people are making jokes.
Single time June comes around, because yes, it is absolutely true that men oppress the LGBTQ every time June comes around to make it about them and to have that sense.
I wonder why men feel so strongly about the month of June. It couldn't possibly be because it's actually Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, right? No. It couldn't be that. It couldn't be because, like, everyone knows it synonymously as this month, right? It simply couldn't be.
Of control that they have had since day one, and that's why we can't be equal. Everyone out here saying, why can't we just be equal and love each other? Because men will never give up the power that they have to be equal. Y'all don't want equality, you want control. But anyway, please stop like misinterpreting my words and saying like all this weird shit. Like, okay, I liked a couple of dark humor comments, but that genuinely like means nothing compared to the amount of like violence against women joked about every single day. So like, I don't want to hear it.
Rules for thee, but not for me. I can make dark humor jokes. I can make jokes in men's mental health expense, but you guys, you're not allowed. How dare you? How dare you make these types of jokes? I'm offended. And on top of that, I can't get over this dumbass fucking idiot. She keeps retorting the same point that, like, you're misconstruing my words. Brother, they're they're your words coming out of your mouth. How is anyone misconstruing it? How could that possibly be when we have the unedited footage of the dog shit take you had in the video you made? Oh yeah, that's misconstrued. People are just, they're misinterpreting my words that I said truthfully, that I was making jokes about, but I just didn't want to retract my statement because I don't want to show any humility, because any of that doesn't exist in my brain.
I care about mental health. I do. I don't want people to off themselves. That's like about my page. But when it comes to men minimizing an oppressed community to put the attention on themselves, and that's all they've ever done in this life and in this world and in this society, what I really want to talk about is the fact that men like to patronize women.
Where on this dumbass page can you find one single video where you care about people not offing themselves? It couldn't be you backpedaling because you had such a dog shit take and they're getting dogpiled by people on the internet because of your horrible take. And mind you, like I was covering earlier, it's not men, it's women too who have lost significant others or partners or brothers or friends in their life who also feel pretty justified to not like your video.
And patronize mental health stigma, and that's why so many men get mad and start, going after, like women and stuff like that. Anyway, I don't know if that makes sense. What I'm really trying to say is it's super stupid. Men are like, oh, well, every 4 seconds a man dies too. And I'm like, okay, well, every 1 second a woman is victimized by a man because of the mental health.
So your response to somebody saying that every 4 seconds or every minute a man dies, you just making yourself the victim and saying, you know what? Well, every 1 second, based on the statistic that I'm pulling straight out of my asshole, a woman is victimized by the way you're acting. No, sweetheart, I'm sorry. I wish you would be living in reality with the rest of us, but you're in fucking La La Land or somewhere else.
They have systematically decided is a form of weakness, so they won't go get help for that, and so they take their mental health disorders and use it to victimize and women, right? And why do so?
Bro, kill women. What the fuck are you talking about right now? Have we lost the plot? Did I scroll onto a different video? Again, this video is to take accountability for your horrible take, and you're talking about how men kill women because they're poor mental health. Dog, what are we saying right now? Actually, give me something articulate that I could speak to.
So many women get by men. It's because they aren't able to control their emotions and go to therapy and get help for it because it's seen as weak. That's why women are seen as weaker, because we go to therapy, we're emotional, we lead with emotion. And that's
again, I can't think of a single man in my life who thought, ha! That woman's so weak, she cries, she shows emotion. Did you see her? Jim, did you see her? She just cried. Look at this weak woman. You're not my wife. Imagine how insecure that you have to be as a man to go say some shit and do some shit like that. That you gotta be like, you know what? You showed an ounce of emotion, I'm breaking up with you. We have 3 kids. You just started crying at me? Yeah, we're getting a divorce. What scenarios are you getting this from? What, like, books are you getting this from? I'm assuming it's a TikTok post or some shit you've seen on social media, but dude, like, you have to center yourself and live in the real world. Ground yourself, please. Go outside and touch some grass. See how it feels, dude.
It's not a bad thing. If everyone led with emotion, it would definitely be a better place. I'm not saying, like, always lead with emotion. Like, definitely logical is there. But I'm saying that's seen as a weakness. Therapy is seen as a weakness from the system that the men created. And so, because you won't get therapy, because you won't get help.
This logic is so flawed because, I hate to break it to you, sister, but guess who created therapy? A man. A man named Sigmund Freud. But guess who also innovated the therapy that you like, right? That deals and leads more with empathy. Another man named Carl Rogers. So why the fuck are you pulling these talking points straight out of your ass as if you're talking about something you actually know a lot about? You want people to get therapy, but men create evil like areas or safe spaces that women can be a part of, but you want people to go to therapy. But also, men are evil, so you can't trust all men because they're guilty until proven innocent. So, I think what you're doing right now, because you're about to find out soon, that she's taking a break off the internet. The backlash is way too much, and again, no accountability for her actions, right? No accountability for my actions. You know what? I'm okay. I didn't say anything. La la la. I'm going to stick my fingers in my ears and act like I didn't hear anything.
For the system that you created, you take it out on women. You take it out on others. I mean, the majority of
in this world are men because of the system you created. So it's very hard for me to feel bad when you created that system of emotions are weakness, therapy is weakness, mental health is weakness, especially when you use it as an insult to women, like septum ring piercing theory, or
Again, you would be right to say that a majority of shooters in the US and in the greater world are men. I believe it's about 95% if what I'm looking up is correct, right? But again, it's a small percentage of actual people who are going out and shooting things. I don't think I know a whole bunch of men who are joking about going out and causing a mass shooting or going out and hate criming a bunch of individuals. I'm not going to act like it isn't mostly men that are doing the shootings, because you would be correct again. But as well, we can't just group up a whole bunch of people and act like, you know what? They're all the issue. They're all the problem, because I bet you if you wanted people to do it in reverse back to either you as women or the LGBTQ community, you wouldn't be so fond of it. And I would understand why, because that's a stupid thing to do. And no shot you brought up septum ring theory, bro. I promise you go outside of fucking Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram, or whatever crevices of the internet that you're part of, people in the real world would not be bringing this stupid shit up.
All of the DMs and honestly just all the comments that I've been getting are absolutely proving my point, because that was the system you created and you don't even want to fix it because it's seen as weakness, emotions. You're a man who genuinely doesn't feel...
All these comments are doing is just bring up the fact that you had a dog shit take and you're not taking any accountability, and people are going to be dogpiling you, reasonably so, because of it. Next time, I hope you learn from this lesson and you go and accept accountability for your actions and for your words.
Like that, you wouldn't be offended by that post. You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't have to defend yourself. You wouldn't get so internally uncomfortable to the point where you have to be like, actually, because you know that's not true within yourself. You know, you don't have to get defensive if you're not being called out on something.
Except people are going to be provoked by this. Again, I'll restate it. It's not only men that are dealing with, like, their friends dying, their brothers dying, their dad dying, family members, cousins, whatever. It's sisters too. It's women. People in the LGBTQ community probably deal with it as well. Of poor mental health. I'm telling you, it's a problem that extends just past, like, men and men themselves. It's an issue that affects their partners, it affects their family, it affects their brothers, it affects their friends, it affects their cousins, it affects everyone in their immediate walk of life. So to just cope it all up and say, oh, well, you're mad at this because this obviously pertains to you, is just the biggest amount of fucking cope I've ever heard.
That's true. So, okay, I'm sorry that the leading cause of in men is because of the men unable to regulate and control their emotions, because it's seen as a sign of weakness, and mental health is seen as a sign of weakness. The amount of times that
You're not sorry. Why the fuck are you saying you're sorry? If you're sorry, you wouldn't be making videos like this, right? If you were sorry, you would actually own up to your actions and apologize. And I just can't believe the audacity to be coming out and to be making jokes like this. And then give a bullshit-ass apology like, I'm sorry you feel this way. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Mind you, that wasn't even your original video, and you're trying to pander and make it seem like you care about people's mental health. But mind you, this was the original video.
Yeah, but don't forget it's Men Mental Health Month. Right? No, it's Men Mental Health Month. What do you mean? It's Men Mental Health Month. I'm man, I deserve attention. I'm man. I'm good, man. I'm one of the good...
You're not making any jokes. You're trying to make self-deprecating humor at men's expense on the month that's supposed to be aware of their mental illness issues.
health is used to try to get at me, like make me seem weaker or just like insult me. And it's always from men or male-centered women. I mean, it's very telling. You're not going to fix the system. Men are absolutely not oppressed in this world, so you do not need months dedicated to you when there are months dedicated for actual oppressed people.
Again, I'm sorry, men have never been oppressed, right? What about the slaves in ancient Egypt? What about slavery back in the 1920s and 30s and 40s? What about the Jim Crow era in the US? What about the Japanese internment camps? And that's not even like mentioning all the other instances where people have been tortured and died as a result of either them fighting for their country or going overseas to help out the other countries fight for their country, right? What about what's going on in Ukraine right now? That people are literally being killed and bombed just as a result to try to save their country, right? But men have never been oppressed, right? That's never happened. A day in our country's life, a day in our history's life, that's never happened. What about what's happening in Palestine right now and the Iran war that the U.S. is just bombarding them with a whole lot of nothing? What about Hispanic people and ICE and what they're going through? What about the Holocaust? And again, when the 3 or 6 million Jews had gone through too. What about all this stuff? That has never happened. The oppression was never there, right? It's all science fiction.
Because every single day is a man's day. Men are always going to be top of the pyramid, always going to be top of society, always going to be top of patriarchy. And the whole, well, why don't we all just be nice to each other? That will never happen, because men will never give up the power that they have, because they don't want to be like women who are seen as weaker and all of that. So that's like the real take on how I feel. Like, obviously everyone's mental health matters. Real men who don't think that way wouldn't be so defensive towards that. With that, I want to leave you with one of my favorite quotes: misogyny, women, misandry hurts men's feelings. Thank you.
Brother, way to say a whole lot of nothing. I really feel for the LGBTQ community too, because I feel like they are very oppressed and they don't go through half of the shit that they go through is just normal passive like hate crimes day to day. Like, you'll be out at the grocery store and some people either like snicker at you, call you a slur, or say some shit. That's not okay, right? But at the same branch, I'm not going to act like it's okay for like people to be going through the shit that you're kind of like portraying right now. I feel like either side, whether it's men's mental health issues that could bleed into the LGBTQ community, because guess what? Some of that community are men. They have mental health issues, right? It happens. People have issues and it's okay. We need to embrace it. We need to talk about it more. We don't get there by you stigmatizing the whole situation and just being an absolute prick about it, right? I'm more than down to support my LGBTQ community and friends and family that are also part of that. I don't agree with the racism and the misogynistic comments they get and all that shit that gets thrown their way. I don't agree with that, and guess what? I'm a man. But it doesn't take a certain gender to realize that's not okay. But it doesn't also allow you to minimalize all the mental illness and shit that men go through on a daily basis and how much they have to hold it together just to get through the fucking day, alright? Both sides, I agree, they need their help. They should not be infantilized the way that they are, because you shouldn't be making it seem as if it's a smaller issue than it actually is. But, I mean, I don't know. It's all such a sticky situation. I stand with people that are going through that. I have a few immediate family members that are homosexual, and I hate the fact that they have to go through some of the shit that they have to go through. And if I was there for all the situations, it definitely wouldn't be happening, because I would definitely have some shit to say about it. But again, if my friends are going through some immediate shit, my male friends that have some mental issues, I'd rather you cry on my shoulder than go to your funeral. Any day in the week, 100% over. And it doesn't help that you're minimalizing the cruelty that gay people experience, that transgender people experience, by making it seem like it's an us versus them situation. It's not. We should all be here to help one another. And acting like one gender has superior ideology than the other just because they're men or just because they're women, it's not true, dude. We're all equal. We are all made on this planet equal. We're all flesh, blood, and that is it. When we die, we go in the dirt, and that's going to be it. I don't think anyone's superior more than anyone else. I highly doubt that a lot of guys do. We're not raised that way. And the people that do become shooters are very marginalized, and it's in a smaller group. It's not every guy, every person, every woman, every brother. You're not an activist. You are not Rosa Parks sitting on that bus. You're not going out with a picket sign and swinging your opinions around anywhere. You're not doing anything. You're sitting on your ass in your car and making a dog shit video and a dog shit take and calling yourself an activist. And based jokes. Oh yeah, I made such base jokes. I'm joking about people killing themselves. And then after, when I get called out for my bad behavior, I'm just gonna act and pander off to different communities and say, you know what, I was defending you guys, I was defending you. No, you weren't. You just had a horrible fucking opinion, dude. No matter if it's James Charles, no matter if it's Colleen Ballinger, no matter if it's a small influencer, no matter if it's a big influencer, none of them can stand to even take an iota or a shred of accountability for their horrible actions. And this person is not the same, unfortunately. Sad to see, because I feel like if you did play it out differently, if you did own up to the shit you were saying was wrong, stupid, people would agree with you and people wouldn't be dogpiling you as much as they are right now. But hey, that's the internet. You don't like it, you don't post on it, you leave it, and that's fine. No one needs to hear your opinion anymore, dude. But yeah, after she posted that video of being such an activist, she has not posted since, and it is rightfully so and warranted. I quite frankly hope she doesn't come back to the platform, because it's not going to stop. So, regardless, I'm ending this video off today by saying whatever community you're part of, whatever trouble you're experiencing, you're not alone by going through it. I genuinely hope that if you need to reach out for somebody, reach out for somebody and talk to them. You're not alone. Doesn't matter whether you're a man, a woman, straight, gay, bisexual, trans. It doesn't matter. You're not alone in what you're going through. And if you need to reach out to somebody, reach out to somebody. If you need to talk to somebody, put it in the comment section. If you need to go find somebody online to talk to, find somebody online to talk to. If you need to go out to the store, go out to the store. Get out there, clear a mental space, and help yourself by whatever means you have to do. I just do not want to see anybody dying as a byproduct of their poor mental health. Everyone, it doesn't matter what race, doesn't matter your sexual orientation, doesn't matter your age, you matter in this world. And don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. You matter, you make an impact in the ways you don't see, in the spaces you aren't occupying, people miss you, you matter. Alright? That's how I'm going to end off this video. I hope everyone has a great rest of their day and enjoy the rest of your month. Enjoy the weekend, enjoy every day you have. I would appreciate it if you could subscribe, like, and comment on this video if you feel like you did like it, or if you want to leave your input down in the comment section. I'm more than open to listening to it. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. See ya.